For those of you who are still in school, don't try that on your next exam. It's not going to work. Give these three folks a hand for helping us. Well, the history of magic is a history of odd things. In fact, most magicians really love odd things. So if you don't mind, while they're setting up the next illusion, I'd like to take a moment just to share with all of you one of my very favorites. I picked this up not long ago on our second tour through Taiwan. I found it in one of the night markets on the back streets of Taipei. The little man behind the table said it was a Chinese box trick. Actually, he said it was an authentic Chinese box trick. And it cost about $100. Now, I thought that was a lot of money for a little red box, but I'd never actually seen the Chinese box trick before, so I said I would take it. And then he told me a secret. It wasn't made in China. It was made in Germany. And the very best Chinese boxes are made in Germany. And that's what makes it authentic. So I asked him if he could just wrap it up or put it in a box, and he said that wasn't necessary because it came with its own packing box. And then he opened it up, like this. And he showed me the packing box inside. He said, this is a very special packing box because it was made in Australia. And of course, that's what makes it authentic, because the Chinese box was made in Germany, and the packing box that fits inside was made in Australia. Now, none of this made any sense to me. So I said, if the packing box is inside, then that's the Chinese box. And the Chinese box is actually the packing box, right? Well, that's where I was wrong, and he was right. Because you see, the authentic German Chinese box fits perfectly inside the authentic Australian packing box. I quickly gave him $100, and then I asked him, so, what does the Chinese box trick do? And he smiled at me and said, do? Well, it doesn't do anything. And that's what makes it authentic. So I performed this for you tonight, but there's nothing to do. There's nothing to see. The whole thing's just impossible to understand. It's just one of those odd things. And that's what makes it an authentic Chinese box trick. It is a true story. Twice in the last few years, we've had the great privilege of packing our entire show up and carrying it over to Hong Kong and Taiwan for several